Welcome back to my channel, guys. Your favorite girl Zyjira, and today we are doing a DIY bridal. We are going to be making my bachelorette thank you boxes. I don't know if there's like a certain term or word for them, but basically my gifts to my bridal party for my bachelorette weekend. And I think there's different things, like I think there's a day of gift, I think there's a bachelorette weekend gift. All this wedding stuff is new to me, so just wanted to take you guys along this journey with me. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I wrote down everything you're basically going to need for this project. Well, if you want to do the exact same thing that I did. So to start, you're going to need iron-on and permanent vinyl. I did gold. You can either get the Cricut brand. I just got a new brand that I'm trying because Cricut did not have this. So this is the 405, I think that says. This is my first time using this brand, so we're gonna see how it works. And this is their foil iron-on gold. So you're gonna need permanent and iron-on vinyl, whatever color you decide to do. Some clear shoe box or black box, or whatever it is your heart desires, but I'll show you the ones that I got. So I got a total of 12 of these because I have 12 people on my credit card. So these are from Walmart, and it's actually a shoe box. And luckily, at the time, they had these, a pack of 2 for $9. And then I had found some in clearance, and I did switch them out because the ones in clearance were like $6 for 2. But they was all like, some of them, like this one is actually a bad one. They were like scratched up, some of them were cracked. And I'm like, yeah, still trying to sell them for $4 less. Like, just give me that thing. So I did kind of find a deal. I believe these are on Amazon as well. So I decided to do flask, luggage tags, black girl sunscreen. I did a robe, and then a sun hat. So I had ordered all my stuff. This is the sun hat. I had ordered all of my stuff way in advance with certain things in mind. Obviously things change, so just keep that in mind. If you have like certain things that you're adding in your box for a particular reason, like I'll give you guys an example. I was supposed to go away for my bachelorette, but there were a lot of things that happened, so I'm basically just staying locally in my state, going to New York. So like for instance, I got the sun hat because I saw this Pinterest picture with all the girls and they had their hats, and they were like, obviously they had their heads back. But I had ordered those sun hats thinking I could recreate that picture that was on the beach and in an island and all this stuff. But clearly I cannot do that anymore because we're going to New York. So where are we gonna put these sun hats on? So just keep that in mind when you do order or plan your bachelorette weekend boxes, kits, gift bags, whatever it is you want to do. Just keep that in mind. Don't order too way in advance. And I had got the hats from AliExpress, and I had ordered them way in advance because I just wanted them to get here in time. So that's just a little life hack. And even like the luggage tags, like we were all supposed to go obviously away, and I thought that would be a cute little gift to give them. The flask they can use anytime, so it's like, you know, whatever. And the black girl sunscreen, all because we were supposed to be going away. So that was my initial thought about it. And I had got the robes from Walmart forever long ago because they were like 50% off. And they were supposed to be, I had asked them if they preferred pajamas or robes. And this was before I landed on a courthouse ceremony and reception dinner, because these are going to be their getting ready outfits or robes, whatever. And everyone had voted robes, but now it's like I'm not even having like the whole get ready hotel pictures, all that other stuff. So like I said, just keep that in mind. Really finalize what it is you're doing, because there's a lot of back and forth with me and wedding planning and stuff like that. So in order to save money, save time and stress, you can still use the stuff, but in a sense it doesn't make sense. So like I said, keep that in mind. So I showed you guys the sunblock, everything that I'm putting inside the box. Luggage tag through. You're gonna need some tulle, whatever color you decide to use. I don't have it right now, but some tulle, an iron, a Cricut Joy. So the first thing we're going to do is put their name outside. So I'm going to show you guys a completed box really quick, just so you can get an idea of what exactly you're going to be creating. So okay, yeah, so everything's like moving around, but basically here is what the finished product ends up looking like. Well, you'll see them, but this is basically it. So we're gonna start by creating their name on a Cricut Joy, and then we'll wrap up everything else. Oh wait, I actually have a picture of it. So here is like the finished product of everything. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start by doing their name outside the box. Oh, I forgot to mention you're going to need transfer paper, and this is what it looks like. And I'll show you how you use this in a second. So to start, I had created everyone's names. Basically, I did all of like my formatting of their names and everything in Canva, and then I exported it into Cricut, the Cricut Design Space app, because they don't really offer a lot of fonts unless you pay for the, you know, the Cricut Premium or whatever. I don't pay for Cricut Premium. I do have Canva Premium or whatever the actual wording for it is. So nonetheless, so here is the name, and again, I have a Cricut Joy. So I already put my paper out, or my vinyl out. This is our permanent vinyl, and you can do whatever size. I don't really want to go into all the details. Like, if y'all have a Cricut Joy, you should know the basics of it, so I'm really not diving in that deep, but I just wanted to obviously show you a little bit of steps that I'm doing. Okay, so while we're doing that, I already laid my sheet on, and this is for the outside of our box. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I don't need the mirror on, the mirror is off. It's 1 by 9. I'm gonna hit next. I'm gonna do premium vinyl because it's not iron on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and insert it into my Cricut Joy. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, insert her like such. Then you need to, oh no, I don't know why she's bumpy. Excuse my grip thing. So we're gonna go ahead and hit go. Just let her run. Okay, so this is what everything ends up looking like, or ends up looking like. Okay, so that has cut down. I'm gonna rip it off of its pad. I don't know exactly what this is called, but. And then you wanna go ahead and basically just start taking lettering out. I have a lot of, the thing about vinyl is you actually need to keep it. So you see all of this extra vinyl that I have? I'm gonna cut that baby off because we're gonna use that piece later. So give me 1 second. I'm just gonna put that sucker to the side. Okay, so here's the name. And with permanent, you don't necessarily need, well, again, the people who really won't understand the tutorial won't understand it, but the people who do, you understand. So you could just go ahead and start peeling it off. Make sure you're not peeling the letters off. You only want to peel the excess backing. So go ahead and just start peeling that off. Making sure none of the letters are lifting up. And you can toss the backing in the garbage. Okay, so there's our name. Now you want to get your transfer tape that I had introduced to you guys not too long ago. So what you're going to want to do is basically, you're going to want to cut a piece of transfer tape out that's measures to the length of the name or whatever it is you're cutting out. So I'm just gonna do mine about right there. Yeah, this stuff is expensive, so don't just be going cutting and stuff. Learn from me, because you can definitely reuse this strip more than once. So like, for example, here are all of my strips that I cut, but they're just not long enough to get the whole entire name. So you cut this piece out. Then you want to get your lid, bottle, whatever it is you're gonna put it on. Grab some alcohol, and then wipe the area you're about to stick. Okay, let that dry. All right, so we're gonna peel the transfer tape off. And keep this because you're gonna lay this back down. Okay. And I hate doing like long letterings because of nonsense like this. So a little hack you can also do is get some Scotch tape and tape the ends down so it doesn't move as you're placing your transfer tape. Excuse me if I'm smacking y'all. Okay, so now basically align your transfer tape. I like to do lining up the ends with the edges of my letters. Okay, and I'm way over, but it's okay. Grab a card or this, I don't know what it's called, but this. And then just combine the two. Y'all, I'm not a teacher. Okay, and so now what we're going to do somehow, some way, is basically, oh, let me start with the end. And the transfer tape is going to lift up. So you're basically transferring this, you could throw this one away, onto your transfer tape. Okay, follow. And then what you're gonna do is just now align it. Oh wait. Align it on your shoebox top or box, whatever you want to do. Okay. And so now make sure it's straight, aligned, all that good. Go ahead and place that bad boy down. I'm gonna go ahead, get all the air bubbles out. Make sure she's on there because you're gonna need to lift the transfer tape up. Got a mean air bubble right there. Camera's not hot. All right, so then just go ahead and start pulling the tape off. You may have some that's still stuck on the tape. So just put your thing back and just put them together or mend them together. And try again. Okay. So this is why I said to save the strip you pulled your transfer tape off, because we are going to reuse, yes we are, this again. So put that baby right back on there so we can use it for later. Because yes. Bloop. Okay. So here's what it ends up looking like. And then you still may see a little bit of air bubbles, so you can take your card or whatever, I don't know what this is called, and just go back and smooth those air bubbles out. Sometimes it may not be air bubbles, it may just be like a dust bunny. So don't like kill yourself trying to get them out. Okay, so here is the top. So this is step 1 of mini. So now we are going to do our luggage tag because it's the same font that I use for luggage tag. So basically the same concept, but we're gonna do iron on. So let's go. All right, yeah, so luggage tags. I got a pack of 30 and then I had to go down. I had to order more, 20 from Amazon. The prices weren't that bad. I'll drop everything below, but I think I want to say 30 for like 20 bucks. So yeah, I thought these were cute and I got a bundle of them because I had also put these in the bachelor's gifts as a part of their gifts. So I just ordered a bundle of them. So you're gonna do the same concept as we did for that, but this time we're going to use iron-on. So we can cancel this out. And then we're gonna go back to our grid and we're just going to make the name smaller this time. So we can delete this. But we're just gonna make it smaller. I forgot what the measurements were because I had did the girls, for majority of them, all already. So for the luggage tag, keep in mind the name. So we're gonna make it 3.5. just to be safe, in length. So you want to go to edit. Oh no. Oh, so it's the height. So 3.5 and it'll automatically adjust the width of it. Okay, so that's good. We're gonna go to make it on matte. I found out, well, again, we could do a whole nother Cricut tutorial. So y'all gotta figure it out yourselves. Just move this over here. So it's gonna be 1 by, like, let's just say 4. Okay, so I have a bunch of iron-on strips, and this is also important thing to note because this is why I say to keep every little scrap you have of your vinyl. Okay, so it was like 1.5 by 4. So this should honestly do perfect. Perfect. I even have this little piece. Like, look at all these little pieces I have. Like, I'm so serious when I say make sure y'all keep your little pieces of vinyl. So like I said, I'm not really guiding y'all through this whole process, but while I'm doing it, you want to make sure this is going to be iron on. So what you want to do is make sure you do mirror on, because it flips it, because you're ironing on, so you have to press down. And then you're going to place your shiny side, say that 5 times, place down, and then you're going to insert it. Okay, so here's what she ended up looking like. Again, I'm gonna do a little trim here because we save a vinyl out here. Okay, and so now you want to take your little tool. I don't know exactly what this is called, but all you're gonna do is just fish out the background how we did before, but now that this is iron on, it's a little bit different. So, but it's overall the same concept. We're just taking the background. You're just taking the background off and leaving your letters. And then all those little leftover pieces, you just want to lift up and off. because the end result, you just want the name and or design that you just cut out. And there we have it. Okay, so now we're gonna go over to our iron and then press this on. Just like such. Bloop. So I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so here is how this baby came out. Did I leave it on so long? So you just want to make sure you put your tag back in like that. And that's the luggage tag. Pretty straightforward. And now we're gonna do our robe. Okay, y'all. So I decided I wanted to do like a custom label, because let me show you what the labels look like before. Hold on. All right, y'all. So here is what, like I said, these are from Walmart. Here is what the labels look like before. And I wanted to do like a customized, I don't like, when I'm giving away stuff, I don't like, I want people to be able to reuse their things. So I didn't want, like, even with the flask, my mom was like, oh, do you want me to put their names on their hats? I was like, no. I didn't even want to put their names on their flask. Here's what the flask looks like, by the way. I already finished it. I'm not going to show you guys how to do this because you literally just do the same thing. So I didn't necessarily want to put their names on the flask because of that, I can't think of what the word is called. But I was like, oh, we're all going to be together and people are most likely going to use their flask, you know, during the weekend. So I was like, oh, let me put their names on them so that people know who's is who. I was just going to do an initial and or the monogram. But the initial, I have more than one, you know, person with the same initial. And then, yeah. So I was like, whatever, I'll just do their names in the same format as their robes. And then, to my point, I was making a point. Oh, I don't like to overly like put things like zyjira's bachelorette weekend on the front of it or anything like that, even with the flask. Like I didn't want to put any dates or anything like that because I wanted people to be able to reuse the items in which I'm giving them. So if I would have put like my bachelorette weekend dates or, you know, zyjira's bachelorette on the flask, like are they really even gonna reuse it? So I was like, how can I do a custom label or, you know, something that they can still remember it. I still want people to still remember. I mean, obviously, if you're getting something, you're going to remember, I would hope, where you got it from. So I was like, oh, let me make a custom label for the inside. And I'm going to put like zyjira's bachelorette weekend inside the robe, you know? So I was like, that's cute. And then I don't know why I decided to put their names on the outsides of the robes because they're not necessarily wearing the robes the weekend of. Again, you guys heard my spiel in the beginning of this because they really don't even need these robes at this freaking point. But I was like, yeah, I don't know why. I did one robe with their name on it. And then, of course, you know, I had to finish everybody's robes with the name. But I really don't know why I put y'all's names on the outside of the robes because it was a waste of vinyl, a waste of my time. And just extraness. But it came out cute. So it is what it is. But nonetheless, like I said, I had got these robes on clearance from Walmart. They have these robes every year, but I just happened to look out towards the end of the season when they did their major switch out, I think during the winter. So they were actually $12.98. They were on clearance for $6 and I got an extra 50% off, so they were actually $3. You guys probably shouldn't be knowing this, but to my bridal party and friends who are getting these items. So what I go ahead and do, I take the tag off. And then I nip off the tag. Or I stitch off the tag. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Don't mind my crusty ironing board. Grab your scissors and then just go ahead and just cut off those wandering pieces of thread. I'm in love. Oh no, I just put a freaking hole in it. But when you're a seamstress, you can fix things like this. I can't believe I just freaking did that. Like I need anything else. add it on to my plate. Okay, like I said, I can stitch that up. Who has time? Okay. So, we're gonna lay that flat like that. I'm blocking my lights. Okay, and we're gonna take, hold on, y'all, let me adjust my lighting. Okay, so we're gonna take the string, if that's what you want to call it, off. Gonna untie it, and then we're just gonna open up the neckline like such. And then I don't remember if I showed you guys what the labels look like, but how pretty! And I had some large and extra large girlies who requested an extra large or large and extra large / extra large. So I just changed it to a large / extra large. And this template is going to be available on my Etsy shop for my people who are interested. All you have to do obviously was just change out your name and your dates, and there you go. And so all we're going to do is just place that right on the neckline. Make sure she's straight and centered, because clearly, okay, so we're good right there. Yeah. Then we're gonna cover up and put the iron down, and then let that heat up. All right, y'all, so we're gonna go ahead and slowly peel off Okay, babe, so I didn't show you guys ironing on the names, but look how shiny she is. Here is the name. I put each name on the right side because the robe closes up that way. So there's the name, and then here is my finished custom label. Isn't she gorgeous? Like, so stinking cute. Like I said, this template, you can do it in any size. You can change up, switch it up a little bit if you'd like, but the template I have for sale on my Etsy shop, and it's also linked below, so make sure you check it out if you're interested and want to, you know, recreate the same thing. So now we're just gonna pack. Look at my ghetto ironing bag. Shout out to Kayla, one of my bridal babes, for this high-tech, like, on-door ironing board. Nonetheless, now let's go and pack the boxes. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna throw in our box is our hat. So these hats did come in a particular way, packaged up, so I kind of just like remolded them to fit how they came packaged. And it did come with instructions on how to fold it as well. Okay, and then I'm just gonna throw in a little tie right down the middle for the robe. Then I go in with the robe, and then with the robe you kind of have to like play around with it. I pull the hat out a bit to like tuck it in on the sides and for it to kind of like lay flat. And I kind of want, I feel like Beyonce right now. I'm being very intentional. I want my little label thing to show, so I'm not trying to hide it. Okay. So there's the robe with the hat underneath it. So then we have our flask. I'm just gonna throw her right there. I have to push this hat down so these things don't move around. And what I needed to do was, or is, tape. This tape really doesn't do anything, but I had to take a piece of Scotch tape and literally like put it on the back of here to hopefully it holds place, but I'm finding out that it's literally not. Nonetheless, so we got our flask, and then I'm gonna go in with our Black Girl Sunshine, of course. right in the middle. Push her down. She's not even centered. And then lastly, we have our name tag. The name tag's gonna go right there. Now that we got everything inside the box, we're gonna throw on our lid. Cute beauty. Gonna go in with some alcohol and just get those last bit of fingerprints or dust, whatever that's on the top. Also do the same thing inside because we just didn't want those fingerprints. Line our babies back up. This is like so annoying. We're gonna close her up. And what I didn't show you guys was that I lined my tool in like across already. So it's already underneath the box. It makes it 10 times easier. So all I do is just take my tool and then I cross her once. Why does this one seem so much shorter? I cross her once and then I take the bottoms, or the top and bottom piece, and I do the same thing, cross her. So essentially what you want to do is kind of tie them together, but not, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to fluff them out so they're cute. Get any little dust babes or whatever out. Then we're just gonna trim to make sure that they're all even. And looking like something. And then these are my boxes. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys. So that's it, guys. They came out super duper cute, and I'm obsessed.